All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, guys. Kamusta, kamusta? Ayun. Let's see. Okay. So, what's up, what's up? Kamusta, kamusta po? Set up ko lang dito yung stream page ko. Excuse me. Uh, Check lang natin yung portfolio. BTC, ang ganda. It just hit 12K the other day. Now it's hopefully about to break out. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Good morning, good morning. All right. Yeah, favor please, if you can, share the stream sa mga pages nyo or sa wall or anywhere. Para naman makalat natin yung awareness. Let's see. Sige, wait natin yung iba konti. All right. So while waiting, let me go to here. And like I've always been doing since day one or episode one, right? Is we would like to answer those anong tawag dito, frequently asked questions. So for the past 2 days na nakukuha natin from the community, right? So let me start with that first. Tapos then we could move on. Because right now I'm still watching this pair, right? Yung pound and yen. And if you have been with us or with the group for I don't know at least a week now, I'm sure you've seen um, the things that I've shared sa uh, Discord and group page, right? The Facebook group page is yung mga gains natin, right? And losses, of course. Right? It's always there. But we try our best to be on the green side, right? Green side. So that's why yung sinasabi ko, gusto kong sabihin, let's get more greens, right? Kasi yun naman lang yung goal natin at the end of the day. More greens, compared to reds. Right? So basically, wins and losses, right? So maganda yung green. Color green tayo palagi pag day trading, right? Or trading in general. Okay. All right, so let me start with number one. So I've been getting this a lot lately, right? And I know it's recurring, especially for newbies, or especially like totally new to the investing world, right? So yung question basically in a gist is how to invest or what is investing in eToro to be specific, right? So if you Sorry about that. Medyo naputol yung feed ko. Is everything alright on your end, guys? Naririnig nyo naman ako, right? You guys hear me okay? Let's see. Yeah, medyo live naman ako. Alright, ayun, nag-resume lang. That's what I like about Twitch. Kasi yung stable, so stable yung streaming platform nila. Um, Compared to other ones, right? So let me go back. So how to invest or what is investing in eToro, right? So basically, when we talk about investing and then tapos papasok sa conversation yung investing is that purely it's all about money, right? On top of your head right away. Pera talaga, right? Investing. But in reality, especially when we talk about day trading or trading in general, um, and in eToro, right? It could not only mean money, right? And like we've always been reminding, especially our new bros or our newbies, every day, almost every day actually, is that please don't rush things, right? So if you are learning something new, not just day trading, um, is that you're investing on a lot of things actually, right? You're investing, of course, obviously, number one is your money, right? Hard earned money, kumbaga, sa eToro, sa global market. The second one is you're investing time, right? Time, effort, and commitment. Let's just put that in the same number, right? Because you can't learn this thing overnight, right? Sure, we share ideas in Discord and Google. I mean, sorry, in Facebook, in our group in Facebook. Um, and we wanted to make sure na it's clear, or we always try our best na i-relate to ang message na again, it won't happen overnight, right? You can follow the trend, like when we're trading on sure whatnot. However, if you don't understand what you're trying to do, it's really really dangerous to be doing that on your own. And we've seen a lot of tinatawag nilang sunog, right? Nasusunog, burning your money, real, your hard earned money, in the global market. And we don't want that to happen, right? Although we can't stop you if you want to do it, but at least we could mitigate it, right? Yung nga sabi nila, di ba? The best way to learn is by experience, sabi nga nila. Sure, yes. But you can experience that through virtual, right? Or paper trading is what we call it sometimes. And we have that in eToro, right? So you could just switch basically when you have an account, right? Registered, like ganito. When you logged in, it's verified. You could simply just go to your account and there should be like a drop down next profile picture in your upper left. And it would say, real, right? And just switch to virtual portfolio. Diba? That's all you have to do. And then the moment you're there, you could pretty much safely trade without losing real money, right? And that's what we always recommend, especially for newcomers or newbies, right? Who just found out about this from a friend, from a Facebook post, right? And whatever, like in the news also, or even online, yung mga advertisements from eToro, right? So, yes, it doesn't happen overnight, and investing could happen, and it could mean a lot of things depending on your situation, depending on your commitment, whatever, whatnot, right? Because that means commitment from your end. So you have to be serious about that. So how to copy trade is the number two question, right? It sounds very simple because we're just copy trading. Um, but the reality is, it could be very complicated for someone who's new to the platform, right? So all you have to do basically, after basically verifying your account on eToro, creating your account, right? Verified na sila lahat. Usually, you would know you're verified is that you have a check mark here, tama, right? And also, you'd get that notification from eToro, right, that you're ready to fund, um, and your account is verified through email, I believe, right? You'll be notified. So once you have that, and of course, obviously, once you funded your account by clicking deposit funds, right, on your account, you should be ready, right? The next follow-up question is how much would be the minimum to copy, right? That's $200 right now, and that could change, but that's why we always, encourage our friends and newbies. Now, when asking questions, you might want to check it online instead from the source directly from eToro, right? And that's basically here on the help pages, di ba? So once you're on the help pages, all you have to do is look for the center box there. It should say copy and get copied, right? So again, log into your account, look for the menu help, right? That's help menu. Click it, and that should load the page. And you should see it normally on the center, right? That could change again. That's why, again, we recommend to go to the source, right? And that's eToro. Everyone here in the community is just an investor just like you. And yes, we could answer your questions right away, feeding you real time answers, but that could be outdated, right? The moment we say it. So, and we don't want that to happen, diba? So it's always a best practice. Now we go to the help pages, and consult there, right? First. And if you don't understand what you're reading or seeing, then I guess that's the time that you ask in the community in Discord if you want to at least get real time answers as much as possible. Kasi posting it in our group page could take time, could take days, right? What if we're not looking at the group page and you posted it there hoping to get an answer within the day? And what if hindi namin makita yung notification, right? Because the page is moderated, obviously, right? You can't spam it, diba? On Discord, though, you could log in there as long as you're verified an account. You could post in the right, channel. We have the channels under members, and if it's about copy trading, that's the one what we're discussing right now. Go to copy trading channel and ask the question there, diba? That's all you have to do to get real time answers, right? At least, kasi marami tayong active traders there, and they could answer you right away when they're available. Of course, nobody is getting paid here in our community, by the way. So please expect na you get your answers based on availability only. All right. So going back, how to copy trade, right? So yeah, the details here is like about copy trading, right? I would normally show this to our newbies. Ito yung clicks. Yeah, basic. This is the basic gist of it, right? So you create an account, like I said earlier, right? Create an account, find the top trader that you want to copy the trades, monitor and manage. That's it. Like 4 simple steps. But that it doesn't really say that much how easy it is, right? It's easy, how it sounds, diba? Pero executing it for someone who's new to the platform could be hard, diba? So what I would recommend is after you go here how it works. It will, definitely break it down um, into sections. Like then they will attempt to explain it to you, right? So here, basically, it will tell you what is or how does copy trading works, right? In a simple paragraph here. So basically, it's the key reason why the platform is considered among the leaders of the fintech revolution or financial technology revolution, di ba? Kasi yun nga, eToro is one of the top brokers or platforms that offer this kind of feature. And on top of that, wala pang drawback yung copier. That's the best part of it, right? I got also these questions, follow-up questions, right? Na like the other day na does meron ba daw share yung yung trader na kinopya? The quick answer is that no. Walang share, walang commission siya from your trades, from your executions. And someone told me from another platform daw meron, like, I don't know, was it 20% or something? Yeah. So, dito sa eToro takes care of that, right? eToro take cares of our top investors, or ang tawag nila is Popular Investor Program. And I'm hoping to be part of that hopefully next month, right? Um, but bottom line is that all you have to do again, like na layout kanina, right? Sorry, let's go back. Diba? So, four simple steps: create account, find the top traders. Obviously, of course, within the creating of the account, you have to fund your account also, diba? And then finding the top trader would be as easy as going here, right? Copy people, diba? And then you'd find the top traders, obviously, yeah. Madali lang, diba? Um, and then of course after that, then you decide, right? Do not decide right away, of course, obviously. You have to research, we always remind our newbies to exercise due diligence, right? Always. um, so that means, right, researching, confirming, verifying, right? So wag diretso. So it's a good practice na always questioning things, like especially when you're new to this. Your first maiisip nyo is this a scam, right? Is this legit, right? So of course your due diligence would be researching about the company, di ba? The history, and then talk about it to other people, di ba? Check them online, verify them if they're legit. Obviously, eToro is, right? So um, after that, of course, let's go back how it works, right? So this is it, right? This is the breakdown. These are the important things that you should consider before copying. So basically, the minimum amount to invest is $200, right? The most minimum. That's the same minimum for our country. Like I said, our country because iba-iba yung minimum amount deposit for every country, right? It could be different sa China. It could be different in US, etc., etc. Right? So here in the US, it's $200. Um, I'm sorry, in the Philippines, it's $200, right? Or in our conversion right now, magkano na ba yung dollars ngayon? 51, I think, 51 something. Yeah, so something around 10,400, right? Around that ballpark, diba? 10,200 pesos. And the maximum amount of traders you could simultaneously copy is 100. Although I don't think that would be ideal to do, but that is the limit, right? And then the maximum amount you can invest in one trader is $500,000, right? And that's a lot for us, also. And also the minimum amount for a copy trader is $1, right? See, so to answer or to piggyback on that line there, may nagtatanong dati in the other day, what's the lowest amount that you could use to trade? There it is, right? $1, right? And of course that depends on the instrument, the market where you're trading, and the leverage that you're using, diba? So if you close a copy, here's another really common question. If you close a copy trade manually, the funds from this position will be credited back to your copy balance, and the amount allocated to the copy the person that is not invested in open positions, right? So basically, matatanggal lang lahat ng equity mo na nilagay mo dun sa trader, and then babalik lang din siya. And if you've checked our page recently, may nag-share about this. One of the people who copied me recently. So if he decides, to pull back and take profit, quote unquote, kumbaga, right? Is officially he just needs to stop copying, and that should go to his profile, right, or to his equity. However, we do not recommend that, really, is because we're here to invest, right? We're here to trade, and hindi po tayo nagmamadali. Like this is not a get quickly get rich scheme, right? Like yung mga nasa news, yung mga scam or scheme na nangyayari. We're not like that, right? And hindi natin yung goal yan. Ang goal natin is at the end of the month, at least for me, monthly, we are green, right? Although, if you check my profile before or recently, it was red or so red in August because, if you've been reading news, I've been following social media, it's been a very red month sa August kasi because of the trade wars and etc etc. Diba? Ang daming um, factors or fundamentals kumbaga. Diba? Anyway, this month we're trying to recover, right? So going back, so ayun sa baba meron din yung mga copy out trades and all the questions about SL and or for the newbies, SL means stop loss and the TP is take profit, like I said earlier. And you could peruse, meaning to say read slowly, just don't read selectively or quickly. uh, Real life experience will always tells us, and of course, matigas yung ulo natin, right? As human as we are, is that we always try to ignore it, but it's always good to be uh, as diligent as possible when you are actually using real money, right? And kumbaga sabi nga nila, cover all your corners, kumbaga, right? So protect your ass, right? And of course, read everything that what's down here, right? Because it will definitely help you understand how it works. Although the big gist of it, like yung kanina, di ba, is a help is simply verify an account, deposit, find a trader to copy, and then copy it. And then the best part of it is that you don't have to do anything, right? Just let it grow. Don't not let it go, but let it grow, right? Let the trader do his job, because that's the point, right? If you don't want to learn it, or if you are still learning it, and then that's the best way course of action, ideally, right? Because that's why we're here, right? We want to grow our wealth, and in the long run, we don't want to, you don't want to be one of those guys who just gets in, tapos, uy, nanalo ako like I don't know $200 or something, and then gets out, and then that's it, right? And reality is you're spending money every day, so that means you should be in the long run like invested. That's basically the gist meaning of investment, right? Okay, so let me pause a bit and check if merong atang questions sa chat. What causes stocks to gap down or up? I noticed it happens a lot recently. Minsan malaki ang pang gap na stop loss ako once due to super big gap. Good morning. Right, that's a very good question, Beatrix. And, especially for newbies, right? So, the gap, basically, it differs depending on volatility, right? That's a very good term to research on later also. For example, here, we're looking at 5 minute here, right? This is the chart for 5 minute, and this is how I look at it also. Because I love trading within the 1 to 15 minutes time frame, or as much as possible 1 to 5 minutes time frame, right? So this one here, right here, in the 5 minute time frame, this is a big gap, big drop, right? See, boom, ayan, and that just happened in a few minutes, 2 minutes actually, right? See, like each bar is a minute basically. Or if I zoom it out, yeah, something like that, right? 1 to 2 minutes, right? The gap happened there. Obviously, it would be caused by, if walang fundamental news, right, like breaking news or anything like that. It's purely statistics. Yeah, we base it on technical analysis. That's why we look at TA, right, or graph or charts, because we want to understand where it goes next. Although it's not 100% science, because it's just purely a speculation and prediction, right, on the trend and pattern. So to answer your question, bakit merong mga gap, it's just simply how it works. Like it could, the more you do trades on a specific pair, market, or instrument sa global market, you will notice specific trends, right? and they have their own behaviors, right? Kasi iba-iba yung market, di ba? That's how it works. For example, here sa pound yen pair, what happened here dito, di ba? There's just a repeating pattern. Like if you look at, I will scroll or zoom out. It was going down here, right? But then it was just goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And the gap there, that gap is that's where we play uh, my day trading strategy, or that's where I play basically, literally, right? And the reason why I like that is because, like you said, it could easily go the other way and lose um, your investment, right? Your money. And that's what's risky about it, right? Because it depends on how much your leverage, right, that you did when you traded, di ba? Magdidepende din dun kabilis mawala yung pera mo. It could easily a gain in a minute or a loss in a minute, right? Alrighty. So next question would be indicators, right? So right now, obviously, I'm live day trading. It doesn't mean in common misconception when you're live day trading is that I'm constantly buy and selling. No, the concept of it is that we're actually talking about it real time and watching my trades, uh, how it's doing. Right, this is my live trades right now. They're live, right? I bought earlier um, dito, or actually 2 days ago. This has been like in a swing now, right? Because nag nag pull down siya pababa sa 128, right? 128 range. So now I am still confident that it will go back to 130. I'm just waiting for that trend to be back, right? Like I said earlier, di ba? Going down, up, and then it will go up again, right? And we're on the long biased side of this pair, or of this forex or currency pair, kumbaga, is what they call it. So yes, I'm day trading right now, live. This is it, but I'm actually looking for an entry point right now. I'm waiting for this pair, British pound, Japanese yen, to go to 128.5 at least, right? So I could write it again, and I'm waiting for confirmation on trend. So, and we'll talk about that. That's actually the next frequently asked questions is indicators, right? How do you read indicators? So, and it's a good timing, right? So here, so kanina sa around, I mean, today na lang. Yung today interest ko is like from August 8, and this is 17. This is a weird time here. Log. Oh yeah, 70. Sorry, that's 5 p.m. right? 5 p.m. our time, or Cebu time, or Philippines time. I did my two trades there. Entry when I saw it went to 129.15. I immediately opened two positions, right, successively. Again, same time frame, right? After that, a few hours after I woke, and then we were live trading earlier, I usually just switch back and forth, right, and then check the prices. I set alarms like this, right, or yung horizontal ko. So I use this trading view platform for charting purposes kasi ang daming features dito that I like, right? And that's just me. You could use the other charting platforms too if you want. So what I did there is I placed an horizontal, ito yan, horizontal lane, right? Because I like to look at it, mas madali siya makita. And then I set the reminder kanina. I set 1285, right? So what I did is I did it like this, 1285. Click that, right? It will create a new line there. Tapos right click, and then I click and add alert, right? So, and then I set to once per bar, right? Meaning to say, every time, the price hits it, I will be notified, right? That was around, like, I believe if we go back, five, oh sorry, three pala, three. Yan, kanina. See, nag-hit siya dito, right? So, nag-alarm siya, right? When I got the alarm or alert, um, naka full blown yung audio ko or sounds ko when I'm trading para mas ma-notify ako right away, right? I immediately went and opened a trade, right? I positioned at 128.62. Medyo late na kasi mas mabilis yung, movement niya, di ba? Nung nangyari. But at least I was able to ride the 128.62, di ba? Now we're waiting for that to hit my TP target, which is 128.80. Kaya if you go back, I have another bar here, which is at 128.819. Right? Andyan siya. So at least I'm hoping, not hoping, sorry. Let's not use hope. In trading, I speculated and I think pretty much confident that it will go back to at least 129 today and hit at least 130 within the week. Right? So that means all my trades will be closed, just like a few days ago. Right? So this is it, right? That's how I read my indicators. If you have questions, feel free just type in Twitch or in Discord, and I'll go back to that as we go para masagot ko. Right? Okay, so let me go back. So how I read trends, right? Let me expand that para mas madali makita lahat. So I confirmed, I look for trends first in the 1 second time frame, which is this one. See, and this is not available in the free version of the trading view, and even in eToro Pro chart. So like there's the most periodicity option is 1 minute, right? So that's after 60 seconds. Ang dami na nangyari sa after 60 seconds, right? So Glassy Cantos, yes, 128.6 is still a good price. I actually just bought. Actually, there we go. It's right now 128.5, right? Although there's a good spread difference in eToro, so I'm right now gonna position $1,000 in times 30 in my high trading or high risk trading platform. I'm not gonna do that here in the copy trading because we're trying to control our risk, right? Because we won't be copied if we reach over that, right? So right now it's right 128.57 is the selling price, and buy price is 1.63. Yes, I'm gonna put a buy position, right, at 128 and times 30 lang natin, and then I'm gonna close that automatically at 1.27 or even 8 actually. So at least now let's make that 3,000. Ayan, 4%, 1.3. Open trade. I just did 2 trades. And ayun, bumaba pa siya. Ayan. Alright, so I just did position 2 trades. I'm just gonna screenshot that real quick to you guys and share that sa Discord. Give me a second. I'm gonna sort it out. And I'll try to explain that in comparison sa pricing sa trading view and how it, for me, how it works for me. Where is that? New trades, 1.76. Ayan, alright. So and share ko sa Discord. It's a day trading channel, by the way. All right, I just opened additional 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 positions active right now in my high risk account, and I can't do that with my low to mid risk profile. And you will understand this why if you read about being the popular investor, because those are the requirements. Ang medyo may required silang specific level of risk. Anyway, so yeah, let me go back. All right, so that's a good entry point there. Um, so yes, so I set, by the way, my hit target there is the same thing, 128.8. See there? So majority of my positions right now, including this one, is at 128.8. That's the first hit. And then once it breaks 129, it should go at least 1.29. I'm sorry, 129.7 based on history and, you know, technical analysis, right? So that's why I'm pretty confident. See, if you've been watching me for the past 3 days or past three streams, these are my plots and they're all been 100% accurate, at least for the hit rate or yung take profit targets natin, right? I could show you that in our history. So you know that I'm not bluffing. And those are all positive TP targets. The reason why I like that, by the way, is, just to share that again, is that especially if you're in the Philippines, our connection sucks, right? Still sucks. That's the reality, di ba? So if you manually execute that, right? Like for example here, if I go back to my live portfolio, if I manually close it, there's a big chance na magbago yung price in a split second, and I could be on the negative side, di ba? So the reason why they're all TP, and I know it looks amazing, they're all green, right? Is because when the system, when it's TP'd or SL or yung mga system based triggers, kumbaga, is what we call it, right? Like here, diba, we set ito. You could actually click here in the TP and it will just automatically give you the pop-up, right, where you could edit your rates, right, kung saan gusto mo, di ba? So what I do is that I have a sheet that automatically calculates my spreads, right, or my spreads target, like, which is basically 1 to 5%. That's where I usually play, unless I see a big spike coming in, like here, a confirmation, right, and I trade that, right, I trade it. So ito, there's still a confirmation that actually it's going up in the 5 minutes. That's why I put an entry there. Although within 15 minutes it could go down, right? That's how I read the indicators here. So this is the stochastic indicator, right? And this is the MACD. MACD basically just tells us the volume, right? In an easy or high level way, right? Overview, kumbaga. There's also volume here, sure, in actual specific frames, right, or time. But if you look at the MACD, really helps a lot because once it's crosses, that's basically confirmation that there's gonna be like a big move. Usually, not all the time. All right. So repeat ko lang. Usually, not all the time. Now, when the MACD crosses or the stochastic crosses, right? Like ganito, nagko-cross siya, like here, nag-cross ulit, right? It's a big move, right? But of course, that depends on the volume at the same time also, di ba? And then on top of that, you would want to pretty much watch the news or the headlines kasi baka merong biglang pumasok na, fundamental news na that could affect the market that you're trading on, right? In this case, that's the British pound, Japanese yen. Anything that's big, like big economic news, right? About UK or, which is British, where is the British pound currency from, or Japanese news, could potentially affect how this market or pair is performing, right? So going back, so yeah, this is how I do it, right? So I'd like to reiterate, that's why I really like take profit in SL automation dito sa platform, is because it empowers you to just sit back and relax as long as you are sound with your technical analysis, right? As long as you're confident and you you did your due diligence, kumbaga, di ba? So here in this case, see, they're all this is the past few days, right? See, in the past 3 days, they're all positive. This of course is in this is my public profile, right, in the low mid risk. However, in my high risk, of course, there's a combination of losses and still pending long ones. Although I shared most of my screenshots, they're all positive too. On at least on the British pound, right? Let's see. I'm gonna show a quick screenshot of that. It's a Discord, right? I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot of it. And teka lang, adjust ko lang yung ito. You could adjust by the way how these are arranged depending on your preference. Me personally, I like to see my open, amount or when I open it next to my TP and SS. So parang madali yan sa mata. Like you don't want to. I don't like, by the way, I don't like to be moving my eyes so far, right? I like to see it on the same screen. Kaya I have the four chart thing here kasi it helps me a lot, right? Madali din yung execution mo, and then less strain sa mata mo, kumbaga, di ba? So anyway, you could change that by going to this gear icon, I guess that's what, or cookie icon, that's other people would call it, and you could rearrange. You could drag it, right? This is the pip change. Drag it or change what do you want to view, display. There's a other metric, kumbaga, is the value, fees, the other ones, right? Nandito sila lahat. And this is what I like, what I want to see. So the pip change, basically the spread change, kumbaga. And also it helps me, practice more and understand the market that I'm trading on, like how it, my personality kasi sila eh. So I'm trying to still profile it. It's almost there, I'm perfect. It's almost perfect, at least for me, in my perspective. But I'm still giving it a few months para baka makita ko pang ibang. Actually, I'm thinking of giving it a whole year because you'd never know what happens when there's a big change in the next quarter, right? So ayun, that's how I read the indicators, right? First, so going back quickly, I start again with 1 second, right? 1 second, and then obviously here I zoom it out a lot because if I zoom it in like here, per second, it will not make sense to me that much, right? Sure, there's a trend, but in the big picture, I would see the confirmation of pattern, kumbaga. I see trend, but there's no confirmation of pattern here yet, right? So what I do is I zoom it out as much as I can, as much as it can, right? And see the exact pattern, right? See, if you scroll back for the past 10 minutes or an hour, right? Because this is like 8:52 now, diba? Or 8:48, 8:30. See the trend, guys. See, look at the color here, right? It of course it will change red if it's, it was on, ang tawag ito, short position, right? Or short prices. Look at that. See, the volatility. That's what is the gap is all about that we're looking at, right? And the volatility at the same time. And there's a lot of levels of volatility, like, for example, oil. Oil is good, right? Oil is really good. Dito, like I'm also looking at oil, right? It's just sometimes it is a crazy, right? Like grabe yung gap niya minsan. It's just because there's a lot of factors at players, that are trading oil, especially when there's um, a big news about conflicts between countries, right? Especially in Middle East, right? So that's why I usually do not trade actively in oil unless I'm sure that walang at least on my time frame na walang pabila-biglang news, di ba? So let's go back to the one I'm focused on right now. So yun. So I see the pattern. I mean I see the trend and I confirm the pattern. Like it's just basically, guys, like parang yung anong tawag dun sa when you're like in the hospital, right? Like yung lifeline, kumbaga, like tut 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 tut, di ba? Parang ganun lang, di ba? See? Up down up down. So we're almost sure. See, nag-hit lang siya sa 128. If you look at that, it's just been hitting consistently 128.6, right? Although my trades are fairly mid risk kasi If you trade pairs, right, you will see if you click that, you could actually use as much as times 400 leverage, and that's crazy, right? You don't want to do that, diba? Kasi it's the stop loss is could be as close as 128,448, and that could happen, right? Anytime, right? Like here, let's go back and look at something that hits 128.4. See, nag-hit siya dito, right? As low as 128.38. And if you're greedy, right? And if you're being greedy, you would use times 400, and that's, again, gambling na siya, right? Unless you are really sure, confident na it wouldn't hit 128.4. And based on history, right? Based on statistics and RTA, it just did here. And that was like August 9, right? The other day. And that could be, that could repeat, right? See? Mag-hit siya. Like, ngayon there's a potential scenario na it could just quickly drop at 128.4, right? 0.4, and it goes back up to 1.7, right? And then fly high, hopefully to, not hopefully again, sorry. Fly high back to and break out to 130, right? Which is our main goal, diba? So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend using, 100 times 100 to 400 for pairs, unless again you're really sure. All right, so I'm just purely using times 20 and times 30 in my positions, while I'm building that profile for this pair, right? So again, 1 second, I look at that, and then after that, I see the pattern. I look at the 1 minute. I start by waiting for that. Tinatawag nila tong fake breakaway, all right, or fake resistance, or mga ganon, like mga fake, quote unquote fake. For me, it's just an opportunity for confirmation, right? So the other day, see, we predicted that it will go up like at least until 128.8, and it did, and even it went over and beyond, right? But of course, we want to protect our gains. So if we go back to our history, yes, it did hit 128.8, diba? Ito yun sila, and this was like yesterday's trade, and nag-close lang sila kanina gabi, around 9 or 8 was it? Yeah. See, so we go back like 1 minute, right? So right now I would plot and look for confirmation, right? So first, again, trend, look for the trend, and then look for the pattern on that specific time frame, and confirm it, right? Confirmation here is tricky, right? Because again, there's no exact science about it, and there's no 100% accuracy of whatnot. If someone is telling you that there's a 100% way to do it, that is a BS statement. Trust me, right? Nobody is perfect, and nobody will ever be. That's just how the market works, right? It's just a big load of emotion, right? And especially if there's like this very unpredictable news, the Trump indicator is what they call it nowadays. It could just easily, swing to the other side. So now I'm gonna plot another. Let me see. Dito, it's obviously going down, right? In this time frame. But if we confirm that in the 5 minute, right, it's actually about to go up in the 5 minute. But in 15 minutes, it's still going down. But it could be also be repeating this pattern. Like if I look at here, see, there's a repetitive pattern, and this is what I call the win pattern. By the way, I don't know if it exists. I just making things up because I like to label it. Para like yung mine memory, kung taga memory bookmark mo, like indexing it, right? So I call it win because as you can see, it's forming W's. Right, let me go back. Let me repeat that again. I call it win pattern, is because it's forming W's. See, and I usually just see this in the 15-minute time frame. That's why. That's one of the big reasons also. That's why I play in the 1 to 15-minute time frames. So here, W's, right? If you see the W's, there we go, W. See, let me use a brush para mas makita nyo. W. A small W in the upper, a small W here, trending up, Another W's here. See, it's just repeating. Um, Hi, Carino Trey. Sorry, I can't really pronounce your name. Careno. I'm just called you Careno. In the Discord, if you're in the team eToro Pilipinas Discord, please type your the command exclamation point day in general, and that should let you in to Discord. Check classroom. So yeah, like I was saying, W's right. Win trades, winning trades, winning, winning trades. Ah man, all right. See if you could see that and completely say with confidence, shit, this is the winning trade. That is the winning trade, right? So those are just patterns. Patterns lang to, right? We're still in the patterns, right? And we're now seeing that it could hit 1.7 in a minute, or in a few 3 5 minutes, right? That could happen now. So once you have that pattern, you confirm it. Continuity, right? Like I've been saying for the past trade, and I will be repeating this all throughout my stream because we're all about consistency, right? And repetition makes it easier for you to see patterns, right? And that's what we've been doing for the past 3 4 years. So ngayon, we see the pattern. That's the winning pattern, right? Like I said, the winning trends or the winning patterns. I'm sorry. So it's repetitive, right? So if I clear that, let me delete this. Oops, did I delete the right one? Again. So as you can see, this is again the 15 minutes time frame, right? Here, if I click here, di ba nagbabago yung timeline sa taas, di ba nag-adjust din sila, which is amazing. And this is what I like again for about day trading view. If you see here, there's a trend, there's a pattern, right? W pattern. That means if if you increase if I play at both sides, like buying and shorting, right? Or selling, I mean long and short, buy or sell, you could pretty much earn both ways, right? So if I'm looking at, if you're reading this correctly, it will go down the first swing for the W pattern, right? The winning pattern, and it will go up and swing down again. It would go up, right? That means if you have a previous position here na buy, like what we have right now, diba? Nakabuy tayo. Here, I'm still waiting. See? Nag-green na siya, right? But it's still not hitting my target. Going back. Okay, we have a buy positions, right? A few, or like 4. And I also have buy positions dito sa high risk ko on the other screen. Still waiting to, break that hit or TP hit. Or TP target, right? That means I could potentially hit it to the next 50 minutes. Diba? So, confirmation, right? Confirmation of patterns. That means, here right now, this could be another confirmation of patterns, right? See? Pattern, pattern, another pattern here, another pattern here. And there's another pattern here. See? Ito yun. Let me highlight that. 1, 2, 3, bam, right? That means it's gonna go down and form another winning pattern, right? Magic, diba? Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense to those who are still with us right now? So that's confirmation of patterns, and that's how I do my day trades, right? And we're still trading. Looking at the price, no, I won't get in because I already have enough positions right now. Actually, I'm already getting 0.50 gains in my high risk, using higher leverage, which is 30, and higher buying power. Let's see. Right. Okay. So that's the pattern, right? So in the 15 minutes, it's going down. However, obviously, in 5 minutes, right, it's still about to go up. In 1 minute, though, it's about to go down. So what I mean about confirming the pattern is that you would like to have continuity, right? Continuity meaning there's like a specific, um, it happens every now and then, like every within, in this pair, in this market, right? British pound yen. So far, what I noticed is that it happens, um, specifically in between, and I'd like to accurately get it more often, right? Between 6 to 12 minutes, like in between 6 to 12, right? So that's just one, right? One, the moment it hits here, that's already 5 minutes, right? Right after it breaks after the 5 minute trend, right? Dito, a 5 minute time frame. That's basically where we're looking at, right? So the 6 to 12, right? About to end the 15 minutes time frame. Because that's where I see the swinging up, right? That's the breakaway trend, kumbaga, is what they call it, diba? Ito yung like last swing sa W, right? The last swing up, diba? So diba, it goes down, up, mid, down, and then up again, right? So kumbaga, lower, this is the lower highs, right? In the 15-minute time frame, ito yung lower high nila sa winning pattern natin, and then lower lows and upper highs, right? Yeah. So meaning to say, right now we don't have that pattern yet, so we're confirming and waiting. So, and I kid you not, right? That once this matches the continuity, right, and it's go down, and ang hinanap lang natin is in there, the stock is the stochastic pattern, right, is actually on the same side, right? Kumbaga, we want this here in a 1 minute time frame. It's going down, right? It's also should be going down here in the 5 minutes, and it also should be going down here in the 15 minutes. That's what I'm talking about, continuity, um, you know, reading of patterns, right? So when that happens, that's where we take action, right? And we monitor it. So that's why I've been, um, consistently reminding our friends now, please don't do this in your phones. All right, you can't do this in your phones. And sure, others might be able to do it, but there's a lot of risk. One is, um, obviously, yung internet connection natin, it's not so good when you're mobile, right? Two is, you could be in a grave danger or accident if you're doing this while walking or whatever outside, in your outside of your house. Um, and yes, three is that it could be, the app is not that reactive compared when you're doing it in your browser or in your laptop. It could be a PC or a Mac, whatever, right? So, like you see me how I do it, it's way faster, right? Compared to doing it in your phone. So, like I said earlier, once there's a confirmation, I plot basically my trend line, right? And I'm again long bias trader, so I'd like to see those, swing up, right? Breakaway trends and patterns, right? So here, if I would like to trade here in the 5 minute trend, I would wait for the 1 minute to go up again, right? Because it's about to go down. Once it shows me going up, going uptrend here, guys. And then if the 5 minute trend is still going up, then that means that's a confirmation of pattern for me and continuity of our time frames from 1 to 5 minutes only, right? So I could probably trade like maybe 4,000 buy positions and then do a times, maybe a times, I don't know, 50 or even 100, right? Yeah, because that's just a split, minute or something that could happen, like the here, right? If I plot, if I plot a trend line here, I could have, wait a minute, but hindi siya ayan. Ayan. So I could, ayun, dami na, na-repeat pala to. Delete natin yan, delete. Ayan, dalawa lang. Ayun. So, yeah, I could have traded here, but I was taking a nap, right? That could just an easy win, right? That's a buy trend up there. And, if the moment I Di ba? Tingnan nyo. Nag-plot ako ng trend line dito, right? I zoom in then, right? Para mas makita nyo. And that's, I label it a buy, right? Put the label there and call it buy. B. Yeah. So that's a buy trend, right? Up there. And like I said, you could have traded here with, again, like high risk. Let's say, for example, $3,000 position and a target of 2% gain, right? Take profit right away. And this is a 1 to 5 minutes confirmed. I said confirmed because obviously new trend, right? It's both confirmed uptrend for 1 to 5 minutes. See, uptrend here. When I plot the line here, automatically nag-show up dito siya sa 5-minute time frame. And it's also, let me zoom in. Oops, na-move ko yung, there we go. And it's also uptrend, right? 1 5 minutes. It's also uptrend here sa 15 minutes. See? And this is our winning pattern. Does it make sense, guys? See? Make trend. Winning pattern. But then, I was sleeping earlier. So, na-G mo na. Thank you, Aubrey. How about the others? Is there a way? Okay, let me answer. Okay, Glacy, Cantos. How do you set your stop loss? Easy. By default, yung stop loss nakaset 50%, right? So if I open a trade here right now, which I want, ayun, nag-TP tayo sa 1.7. I had a position earlier. Let me just stop there and share you our win. Okay. Ayun, no? Sige, share ka sa inyo sa Discord. Guys, we just win 5 positions, and that's over 100, 200, at least roughly $400 winning trade. I'll tag everyone. There you go. See, nag-hit lang siya, 12.7 position ko sa high-risk profile ko. Ayun, where are we at again? Sorry, how to set SL. Yeah, so if I open this right now here, right? Automatically, this is set to 50% at least, here, or close to it, 50% all the time. That's the default one, right? So ideally, if you're gonna do it faster, right, you would be ready with your ideal amount, and then that's it. And also your leverage. Sorry, ideal amount and leverage. Make sure you adjust that and just open the trade right away, right? And then you go back to your live profile or portfolio, like here, and then adjust your SL and TP the way you want it, right? So here you could adjust your TP, yeah, and you could copy paste this, by the way. So if you have multiple entries like me, copy and paste it, right, like I did here. So if I want to change my targets here, it's 2%. My target here, it's still 2%, right, or almost 3. And this one is less than 1%, right? Because I wanted to close it as much as possible before Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday or later, kasi mag-close na yung market sa currency pair. Just to show you, and this is also one of the commonly asked questions, is yung market hours. Again, go to help and go to market hours. That's the first one on top here. So there's a trade in a group. So I go to currencies, right, pair, and they have sometimes slightly different hours based on the pair, right? But I'll look for JPB or pound, British pound, pairs. Let's let it load there. It should be just below here. Wait, I think ando na siya kanina. Let me just scroll down. There you go. Wait, I think I saw it. Nag-adjust lang siya bigla kasi nag-load yung ibang pairs. There you go. Yeah. So it should close around 8:30, right? 8:30 our time. Philippine time, sorry, because not everybody here is in the Philippines right now. So yeah, around that time, di ba? So ideally, I am thinking that it should hit that before the end of the week, right? At least on the Forex week. Diba? Kasi meron naman on the weekend, you can still do trades for other markets, like especially for cryptos, which doesn't stop. It's 24/7. It's crazy. All right. So yeah, that's how you set your stop loss. You go back and then you edit it. There's another one also. It's what we call as El Rapido, right? I'm sure you've been reading about this if you've been with us for at least a week now. You could actually set your uh, quick trades here. It's called, it's under settings, right? Settings and then trading tab. You could set a one-click trading. So what we call it, an inside joke, El Rapido, right? The rapid tradings. If you're sure that you'll be trading that, confidently on that market, then do it. Like how I do it in my high risk, nakaset siya on one-click tradings for this pair, the gold, and the oil, and also BTC when I'm playing short trades for BTC. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Aubrey. Okay, a few more questions. Nosebleed pa rin ako, Sir Jed. Watch reply na lang ulit. No problem. That's, that's how it is, right? Again, you can't learn this overnight. That's why we'll keep on repeating this. I'll be showing you guys every day. I mean, not every day, but every time I'm on, how I read my patterns, how I, you know, confirm and verify and execute it. Okay, we're just gonna be repeating that. Live trades, kumaga. This is a live trade. I just hit the 1287 uh, take profit targets because high risk, and that's a big gain. At least for the last wait, last few hours, right? You can't do that in the office, di ba? Karen, no, I really don't see general also the day trading. Oh wait. Uh, okay. Careno. Wait, I'm sorry. Careno, by the way, guys, is from my gaming community. This is a Twitch. This we are streaming at Twitch, right? And Twitch is basically in all about games. But I do have my Raiders club way back. I started last year, and yeah, I see Careno. Sorry, Ben. I'll invite you over to the other server, which is this eToro platform focused server. Can invite you in. Give me a second. I'm just gonna paste that in there. There we go. You can join that right now by clicking that. All right, and welcome, by the way. Apologies, Karino. I didn't realize right away. I was so focused on talking to the guys. Tonsley, can you do shout out so that my friends will be motivated? Absolutely. Tell me who to shout out to, Tonsley. You're welcome, Aubrey. You're welcome. Everybody is welcome to ask your questions. Again, if you're gonna be watching and if you're serious and committed to learn day trading, please, try your best to watch the videos we post in our server, the TEP server, by the way, or the Team eToro Pilipinas server, Discord server. Those are not spammy videos, right? Those are actually hand-picked videos that we recommend you guys to constantly watch from the the influencers or the vloggers or whatnot that we like, right? And that's real-time feed, right? So every time someone is on, like me, I'm on. I was on earlier, right around 8:38, and you'll be notified if you're in Discord. You could download Discord in your phone, right, or in your desktop. So if you have a phone, please download it para ma-notify kayo when we're on. So you could watch it, you know, real time, and you could participate. And if you have questions, it's so easier to answer. Live Q&A, right? It's much better than that because we're on right on the moment, and you could answer. I could answer as the best I can if I know, of course, the answer is. And you could ask the questions also because you could potentially forget it later on, diba? If you don't ask it right away. No problem. I'll click on the Discord link below. All right. Shout out to Larry Lanaria and Mark Ayala. And Tonsley and I are inviting you over and join our group and community. We have our Facebook page we're building very soon. It will be public, And our group page also, Team eToro Pilipinas, you could search for it, just join it. Or if Tonsley invited you guys, Larry and Mark, um, you just have to request for an application, and I will personally, if I see it, accept it. Right? And also, please make sure to join our Discord, of course, for our real time conversations, right? And real time live trading also, which usually happens starting around 10, as early as 10 p.m. every night on weekdays. By the way, for newbies, please go there, join the Discord uh, server, TP Discord server. If you like day trading, like me, and like probably everybody else who's still watching, um, type or the bot in our Discord server will tell you what to do, or actually give you the hint how to join it if you're not familiar with the platform, right? Please Google it. There's a lot of videos how to use Discord, but just as easy as typing in general channel exclamation point day, you should be able to access the day trading channel, right? And you could converse with us, chat, and ask your questions, right? Don't hesitate to ask your questions, because if you hesitate, that's basically failing, right? Your answer won't be answered. I mean, sorry, your questions you won't be answered if you don't ask it, right? Although you could also research, but that could be outdated. So it's always best if you can't find it in eToro and it's purely like a technical analysis questions or a fundamental analysis question or even a strategy type of approach question. Please do ask those questions, and I strongly recommend that you type it in or ask it in Discord instead of in our Facebook group page, because pwede siyang matabunan, right? And we could potentially just miss that, mataas yung chance. All right, I hope you understand that, because we want to answer your question. Para naman we're on the same page. I mean, we're all students, guys, right? We're every day we learn new things, right? Sometimes in a good day, great things. You realize something that is great. Let me look and check BTC real quick. Oh man, it's about to blow up, guys. Ayun, nag-hit na siya ng resistance. This is the resistance, right? And potentially before August 15, we could be seeing that we should be trading at 1200 and up, right? And I just updated my low midterm because I want to use this extra $100 here to trade, of course, on other pairs or other markets, right? It's been here for a while, July 4, right? Although I do have in my high risk portfolio, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 long, very long positions since July, and they're all in TP 12,500, right? And we could be seeing 12,500 BTC by. And again, this is not ang tawag nito, recommendation ha. Like this is me just purely speculating. Given that everything goes as planned based on technical analysis, see here, this is a confirmation that it's about to break. See, this is a trend, right? This is obviously a trend going down. But if you look at the pattern, this is basically it. This one. And it's still the same pattern that we were going to look at. The winning pattern, right? W patterns. W. Oops. I should be holding that. Sorry. So W, my man, W. See? You see how easy it is? No, it's not easy. That easy if you're new, right? But when you're looking at it for like me for the last 3 years, ever since I started with eToro, like way back 2017, early 2017, when the boom of BTC happened, right? If you just go back, look at 2017. Right? This is when it went really crazy, right? See, 2017, bam! Look at that. It went from like even the previous year, it was like 3 digits, right? And it went like directly from 1,000, bam, to 20,000 in just that same year. Right, before even and ended the year, and that was like November 2017. And that's why if you research, by the way, eToro, right, ang daming mga negative feedbacks because way back when BTC was booming, eToro was one of the platforms that embraced crypto, right? And BTC, to be specific. So, ang daming tao pumasok, right? Of course, the influx of registration, verification, and winning trades, right? Because of this big boom, right? Um, directly created a chaos in the system, of course, and nabigla yung eToro, of course, and manpower is the big question there, right? So, I was one of those, right, guys, and ang daming problema dati, like especially not just withdrawing but depositing too, right? Nag overload yung system nila, and then sobrang daming gains. Also, I think if I remember correctly, it came to a point na nagmamanual withdrawal sila that you will have to open a ticket and then say the specific withdrawal. Hindi na nagamit yung system nila dati, right? Of course, there's a lot of been updates and changes that happened, and that was actually a good success for eToro platform broker, right? Because they became one of the few platforms that really embraced it, right? Especially in Europe and in the US too, and here in Asia, right? So yun, that's the brief history of BTC with eToro. Uh, yeah. You're welcome, Karino. Does it pay out to PayPal? Yeah, exactly. If I click funds, right, deposit funds, you could choose your payment methods here. These are your payment methods, right? I use PayPal primarily, and a debit card, right, to deposit and withdraw. Basically, yung ginagamit what you use as your primary deposit and withdrawal is gonna be your primary deposit will be your primary withdrawals, unless you use another, what you call it, type of account or funding source, right? Like credit card or debit or Skrillex or ano ba yung ibang, what are the other option? Wire transfer, Netel or Union Pay. Then that could be your alternative options and when you decide to withdraw, right? Um, and this basically comes from experience, diba? All right, so now see there, ayun. See, that is a good trend confirmation, or not pattern but trend confirmation here. This is the 15-minute time frame, and as you can see here, this is basically the same repetition here, right? That means it's about to go down and start our downward winning pattern, right? The W pattern. Right? Let's just call it the W pattern. Winning pattern, right? That sounds great. See, it's about to go down, and it's confirming here. It's still going down, and in the 15 minutes, still go down. Even in the 1 second, it's going down, right? And we're at 128.6, and that means this is basically, guys, the resistance here, right? So it's about to break out, and I am positive that it should break out to 129 at least before the weekends, right? The week ends, not the weekend. It reminds me about a bit of Eve market graphs. Yeah, Karino, exactly. Basically, Eve was actually, if you watch one of the videos by the founders, Q&A, they actually did what you call it, a mirror or design the market in the game Eve Online, based on actual stock markets, right, profile and the system. It's a replica, somewhat like. So you could potentially like just read the patterns and find your entry points. Alrighty, so I believe we're almost time, guys, because I have to go somewhere in a bit. So last few questions, please post your last few questions, but so I could answer it, right? Or if you're not ready to ask the question, you can simply type it in our Discord server. Please type it in there, and I'll go back later and then answer it when I'm able. Okie dokie. All right, someone just started copying me. Thank you for copying, Jay Barodi. Shout out for copying me 4 minutes ago. Thank you. Welcome to the team, to my team, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see, how are we? All right, we're at 32%. Sorry, not 30%, but 32 copiers right now. Yeah, and I know it's a big red there because that was the August red. And if, like I said earlier, if you've been following the market, potentially there's a lot of people who are day traders that has a lot of reds or cut losses. I basically you know, cut my losses right there. Um, it was about to hit August. Okie dokie. Good to sell GPO now, I think. Going down, sell. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm a long bias trader, so I see trends of obviously that's going down, sure. But the thing about selling is that statistically saying, right, and this is also based on my personal experience, is that statistically, buy uptrends is faster and more dominating than sell um, trades or volumes, if that makes sense to you. That means in 10 out of 10 trades, um, sorry, there was an ad play. Oh, my bad. That's an automatic system in Twitch. So basically, some when the when there's like 10 out of 10 trades, right? Usually, and again, this is based on experience, there's like at least 60% of those trades that are buy positions, right? Long positions, and the 40% are short ones, right? That's how it is. So that's why I'm, long biased, kumbaga. Ayun. Question. Let me check Discord. Baka may question tayo dito. Ayun, no? Congrats, Tonsley. Shout out to Tonsley or Ton in Discord. Um, for hitting TP for GPY and Mitch. Wow, 133%. So yeah, that's a good example of being greedy. Don't be greedy like that. uh-huh. But of course, that could be a swing too, right? So if you're confident about hitting 130% with probably that's times 50 times 50 leverage, right, Ton? Um, then that's up to you because that's your money, but just, fair reminder. Kumbaga. Yeah. Ayun guys, so yeah, just gonna wrap it up. And again, thank you guys for watching. It's been like an hour, 30 minutes. I have to go. We'll continue talking in Discord. I'll still be trading until or watching the market until 2. While watching, I also watch my video, my to do watch videos for the day, and continue my training. It's a continuous training, guys, and then you know platforms and trading and patterns and techniques um, improves a lot almost like every month, so you don't want to be left out. Of course, I'm not saying don't be FOMO, but constantly reading, trading, watching, and learning, not just and practicing also, not just continuously always reading. Of course, you're not doing anything if you're not applying it or practicing it. I'm not saying do it right away in your real money, um, and also please don't do that. There is, like I said and showed earlier, the virtual platform, right? You could use that, and please do take advantage of that. If naubos yung virtual platform money nyo, just contact support, open a ticket, right? Go to help pages and contact support right here, and just ask them to give you another set of $100,000, right, in your virtual account. But you could play again, right? Um, and I've been recommending this to my friends and newbies, that if you want to be confident enough, make it a habit and practice in your tawag nito, virtual profile, and target it before the end of the year, or at least within next year. If you would like to start full 12 months, make it a target to make your portfolio double. Right. In my high risk, I already have 200,000. It at one point it reached 300,000. Right, and that's a very good indicator, at least for you, that you are learning a lot, right? And successful na yung mga trades mo, at least in virtual, right? Of course, do not use big amounts or unrealistic amounts, right? Um, Try to use, you know, we're trading in virtual, right? So of course we would like to theoretically virtualize our trades, right? Of course, using our real fund as reference. For example, if yung budget mo is like $1,000, then of course, just trade within that limit. Don't wag ka namang mag-trade like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. And of course, obviously, you'll get good gains and numbers, right? Kasi malaki yung spread, right? And you won't be hit easily with the SL, right? That's not realistic, guys, right? I've been seeing posting, sharing in our page, right? And like wishing that this is a real portfolio. Like we see like $19,000 position. No, that's not realistic. Okay, but when you're starting, especially when you're starting, you should start small, right? At least ideally, you would like to put the money that you are willing to lose. That's bottom line. Like you don't want to put money here in this in eToro or in any other investment that you are not willing to lose, especially for example savings, life savings, right, or emergency funds, mga ganon. Please do not use those funds or savings here. You know, um, allocate, kumbaga, right? Diversify your portfolio, your actual portfolio, real portfolio, not just your eToro, right? And put something here if once you're ready to fund it, right? Of course, no rush. Don't rush yourself, and don't get FOMO, guys. By the way, for those who doesn't know what FOMO means, that basically literally means fear out of missing. Yeah, FOMO, right? If you've been constantly seeing gains shared by us, me and the other admins, especially the other veteran traders like Ton, please don't get uh, you know you know get FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Do not think about that because opportunities come and go basically in the market every day, and the global market is so huge that we're literally just playing at probably 0.00001% of the global market. All right, we're talking about global market here, guys. Forex alone trades at a scale of 3 to 5 billion a day. Sorry, let me correct myself. 3 to 5 trillion a day. Dollars, that's in dollars, by the way. Then that's just forex, right? And that's just under the pairs here, currency pairs. We're talking about U.S. market. That's where it goes to 3 to 5 billion a day trades, right? Real time trades. So that's how big it is, guys. So for those guys who are coming from the same country as like me, in the Philippines, our Philippine Stock Exchange is so little that you could actually compare it to Netflix stock, right? That's how big the market is. Comparison, right? So, yun. I'm not saying, it's bad to invest in Philippine Stock Exchange, but if you would like to earn bigger, you know, year over year, then I invite you to join us. Like Ton earlier, inviting his friends Mark, right? And sorry, I forgot already the other name. Um, and again, shouting out to saan ba yun? Let me scroll up. I'm so bad with names. Ang dami kasing pumapasok sa isipan. Saan ba yun? Nag-refresh ata yung page ko. Where is it? Sorry, I just remembered Mark Ayala. uh, anyway, so yeah, invite your friends over, right? Invite your colleagues or workmates and tell them about this. Show them my stream, and because we're trading live, and I'm sharing your results real time, of course they will be encouraged to do so. But of course, give them, you know, the courtesy, like what we did for you guys, for newbies, is that please, you know, don't get FOMO, right? And don't rush things. Study, read about it, you know, learn it, at least the basic. And also, one thing before I end the stream, I'd like to um, share. Teka lang, check ko lang yung um, list ko for today's question para I know what to address next time. So where to start, right? Is especially when you invited your friends new to eToro and to the global market, where to start? Well, what's your recommendation? Sure, yeah. First is when you go join our group, please go ahead and join our Discord server, right? Once you're in the Discord server, and let me move this here to show you on stream. Yeah, Larry, sorry, Larry and Mark. Sorry, thank you, Aubrey. Appreciate it. So yun, this is the day trading channel, right? So when you join the channel, your first landing page, and join the server is this one, right? This is the welcome page, basically. This is the README, and please read it. That's what we call a README. And I have the basic commands here to join the groups or the classrooms. I joined them all, obviously, because I'm the admin. And of course, you have to choose where you are comfortable, would like to join to. Like, we have the positions, investors, and the copy and the day. Yeah. So those are the basic ones. If you're new to Discord also, which potentially you are, there's also a short tutorial for beginners there under the README channel. Please watch it, right? It will tell you the basic stuff, how to navigate around Discord. And then scroll down a bit after that. Please read the basic rules and please follow it by heart, right? And then because you know we are strict about them. If we catch you breaking those, you'll automatically be going to be kicked, right? And if you know if it's escalating, you'll get banned. So please don't break those rules. All right. So next up is of course, you know, we really try to group channels here para mas madali siya hanapin, right? So on top from the README announcements, obviously these are our short announcements. Banksky just shared a complete guide, and this is what I'm about to share to you guys, right? All you have to do for, especially for your new invites or your new friends or you, all you have to do is just click this, and this will open a new window. And this is from eToro itself, right? A complete guide to fintech or financial technology. It will basically show you the ropes and the basic, how it works, how CFD works, how you know buy and selling works, right? How investing works, right? The basics. If you want to dig deeper and learn more, and then go to, of course, this is where our live feed from market news is coming from. This is coming from the top news: CNBC, Wall Street Journal, Seeking Alpha. What else? Bloomberg, yeah, yeah, Market Watch. These are live feeds from those sites, right? And these are our source or fundamentals. This is not spam, guys, right? You should be reading this, especially if it affects the stocks or the market that you're looking at, diba? Especially like, for example, if you have a position to about Uber, see there's a news here around 8:46 p.m. Coming from CNBC. Uber set report results after the bell, right? That means after the bell, right? So that means right now, if you check the earnings of Uber, yeah, you should be seeing the earnings report now. And yeah, they revenue actually they kind of not hit the expected ones though, right? So if we check how Uber is performing now, let's quickly check it. I am curious also. Yeah, oops, shoot, let's close that. Let me go to my list here. Jed stocks, Uber technologies, right? Oh, actually they gained. Yeah, see, Uber's a wait, fairly new company also. Yeah, actually it went down. They just recovered. Yeah, but that means it's recovered from the earnings, right? So that means this could potentially still go up. And let me just quickly check. Let me switch to 1 day. Yeah, definitely positive earnings. See, it went up. But then again, guys, I and this I will repeat over and over again. I don't recommend. We don't recommend that you just base your executions based on fundamentals. This news, the earnings news, is fundamental, right? We treat this as fundamental because that's one factor, right? There could be another news that would deflect it, and then it could go down, right? You don't want that to happen. But most of the times, yes, sure. If there's a positive earning, then usually you would see this trend, right? Going up, di ba? See, boom siya. Ang laki ng gap niyan. If you did gamble, right? And we repeat it when we don't want to be gamblers, right? In trading, if you want to gamble, you get gamble, right? You bought here when it was going down, right? Before the market closed, and this is after hours, by the way. Yeah. In eToro, we can't trade after hours, obviously, because you're not trading directly, right? We're just trading in a broker. So yeah, it could potentially give you a win, but also it could potentially give you a complete loss, and that's pure gamble. Kasi wala pang technical analysis, right? That's why I always look for confirmation, right? The confirmation of my trends and patterns, and that's where I execute my trades, right? So yun. So let me go back. Nasegue tayo konti. So yeah, these are the fundamentals and the alerts. Obviously, right now this is a working project. These are market alerts and breaking news, right? This is going to be like a feed of breaking news, and it will auto remind you. We're just focused on United States stock market right now, and we could add potentially Europe also, right? So this will tell you if it's about to open, if it's about to close, and we could also add SEC feeds here, right? For those guys who would like to see corporate and insider trends and infos like CEOs selling stocks or buying stocks, stuff like that, right? You will see that here, and then tips and tricks, the videos, and also my feeds will be posted automatically here. These are the recommended traders, day traders also, and stock charts, readings, mga ganon, right? You will find it here, right? And then last, two but not least, is the trading tools, which basically I also updated the list here with the most recent announcement right here. This one, complete guide to fintech. It's here, right? eToro courses, right? Ito yan, right? And I also have shared here my day trading playlist. This is a direct link to our YouTube channel where I basically compile all my videos inside one playlist, right? If you open that, you will see all of the videos that I have created so far. And we just started last week, right? So we'll have more, yeah. And then direct links to obviously virtual universities like Baby Pips, which I'm enrolled to, by the way, and I've learned a lot about forex and how the global market works right there. And then of course there is a good read public directory hosted by yours truly, and for your ready access anytime anywhere. You could download the PDFs there, and I recommend looking at it and choose a book that you would like to read. I'll recommend one book, and I'll post that in the trading in a bit. If you really are serious on learning day trading, start with this book, and I assure you that you will really learn something if you just read and understand them, and not rush anything. Right? So I'll share that there. Right, day trading recommended. Oops, my cat just strang. I almost pulled my mouse away. Alright, recommended to all aspiring day traders out there. Ayun. So I think that's it for today, guys. I just recommended a book, and that's part of my checklist. I'm so happy I was able to do that. All right. So yeah, again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to you know go to Discord and please post it there. Huh? Um, and I'll and please make sure to at me so I know it's directed to me, right? I always try to read back or back read, right? Um, and then and try to answer that if or refer you to the right person who could answer it if I don't know the answer. All right. So thank you guys, and you have a great, you know, morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you, thank you. I'll see you next time. Um, Goodbye.